There was a moment somewhere between 70,000 and 100,000 years ago when something inside your ancestors shifted, not in their muscles, not in their bones. Something far quieter changed. And that quiet shift is the reason you are sitting here right now, reading this, wondering about it. Animals eat, animals sleep, animals run from things that want to kill them. Your body still does all of that. But at some point, one creature on this planet started doing something no other species had ever done before. It started asking why. That question changed everything. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham has spent decades studying the line between human and animal. His research points to fire as the first great separator. Not because fire cooked food, though it did, but because fire created something no animal had ever experienced before, a safe night. A circle of light in the dark where predators did not come, a place to sit, a place to think, a place to talk. And talking, it turns out, rewired the brain. When your ancestors sat around that fire, they were not just staying warm, they were doing something extraordinary. They were sharing mental worlds. They were saying, I imagined something, and now I am placing that imagined thing inside your mind. That is not animal behavior. That is the beginning of culture, of story, of what psychologist Michael Tomasello calls shared intentionality. No other animal does this. Chimpanzees are clever, crows use tools, dolphins have names for each other. But none of them sit together and say, let me tell you about something that does not exist yet. Let me describe a future. Let me warn you about a danger I only imagined. That was the door your ancestors walked through. And once they walked through it, there was no going back. Around 40,000 years ago, something archaeologists call the Great Leap Forward happened. Suddenly, the fossil record explodes with evidence of art, jewelry, burial rituals, flutes carved from bone, cave paintings so precise and so deliberate that modern artists still study them. These were not survival tools. Nobody painted a horse on a cave wall because it helped them eat. They painted it because they wanted to say, I was here, I saw this. This moment mattered. That impulse, the need to make something mean something, is what separates your brain from every other brain on this planet. Paleoanthropologist Ian Tattersall argues that it was not a gradual climb. It was a sudden reorganization. The same brain, the same skull, the same neurons suddenly wired together in a new way. Like a city that has all the roads and all the buildings, but one day the traffic lights come on and everything begins to flow. Your brain is that city, and the traffic lights came on somewhere in Africa, tens of thousands of years before anyone built a wheel or a wall or a written word. Here's the part that should make you pause. You carry that same brain, the same architecture that allowed your ancestor to paint a bison on a cave wall by firelight is the architecture you use today to solve a problem, to imagine a better version of something, to feel moved by a piece of music, to miss someone who is not in the room. You never stopped being an animal. Your body still runs on the same fear, the same hunger, the same need for warmth and connection. But somewhere inside you is also something else entirely, something that looks at existence and asks what it means, something that makes art out of pain, something that tells stories to children not to warn them of real predators, but to teach them about invisible ones like greed and cruelty and the cost of forgetting where you came from. The moment humans stopped being animals was not a single moment. It was a slow fire catching, then spreading fast. And it is still burning in you right now, in the very act of wondering about it. That is what your ancestors started. That fire has never gone out.